Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM La. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, the teacher of well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. My brother Tazwa, I'm coming at you from the prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, this lesson is going to be getting into the Israel conflict with Hamas. The lesson is going to be titled, Is the Israel War? Is the war in Israel real or staged? Alright. And what brought the spirit upon me to bring this lesson out is, first and foremost, all these headlines going in about the war in Israel, of course. And, these videos arising about missiles being shot off and people just getting killed, left and right, and rebellion and revolting, such things as these. So I'm gonna, do the best I can, to touch on this topic through the spirit of Yahweh MILLSTONE, BAHASHAM QADASH. May it be edifying unto you, man. Those of you that listen to with sincerity. So, this is a headline from End Time Headlines. It says, Hamas begins beheading Israelite soldiers, threatens to execute civilian hostages. Another one says, Israel warns they will destroy Damascus if Hezbollah joins war. Okay, so we're gonna click on this one. See what we get out of it. Because Israel just announced they're at war a few days ago. Okay, and they make claims of the Hamas attacking them, this and that, and the third, man. It says Hamas violence in Israel has been described as worse than ISIS, as images shared online show a purported beheading of an Israelite Defense Force soldiers. This comes as the death toll is estimated to be over 700 following Hamas' brutal assault in southern Israel. Hamas terrorists have been seen piling up the bodies of 260 young ravers at a horrific massacre at a music festival, after which disturbing footage of a murdered woman's body being paraded semi-naked through the street on the back of a truck emerged. Says Hamas has released footage of them beheading captured soldiers. We will not share it, but the world needs to know their depravity exceeds that of ISIS, and we have been telling you all for years. May the precious souls of our men and women be in our hearts forever. Alright. Peradventure there is a war going on there. We can't know because we ain't there to see and we ain't there to, experience and witness to, tell you this is what's actually going on. But I do have this scripture here. In the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 25. Actually, I'll start at verse 24. It says, For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. Okay, evil suspicion. So sometimes you may get an evil suspicion. You may think something's up, or this is happening, or that's happening. But scripture says sometimes it can be an evil suspicion. And then it causes your judgment to be overthrown. Okay, because you're expecting this to happen, but that's not really the outcome, and then you start, going in on that. Another end-time headline just popped up. It says, Radical protesters rally in NYC and destroy Israeli flag. I'm going to say Israeli, so it doesn't sound like Israeli. It says, Radical protesters rally in NYC and destroy Israeli flag. Blame them for deadly Hamas terror. Verse 25 says, Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore, that thou hast not. So if you ain't seen it, there's not really much you can say on it. And I haven't been over there in Israel to come back and tell you, hey, there's war going on. I'll tell you, no, there's no war going on. But I can provide scriptures judging the situation that we are witnessing on the media. We know that media goes back to the Greek goddess Medea, which means deceiver. Okay, which goes into deceiver. Let me grab it so I can get more detail on it for you. It says, Medea or Medea is known in most stories as a sorceress. I know sorcery, when you do sorcery, scripture talks about Babylon's sorceries, deceived the nations. Babylon's deceived the nations through its sorceries and gotten what it wanted through its sorceries. When it talks about its sorceries, it goes into Babylon casting. Matter of fact, if I can grab the word sorcery, definition of the word sorcery, you'll have a better understanding. Let's see if I can grab it here. Okay, so it's not giving me anything for sorceries in the blue letter, so it seems let's try this. Okay, we got something. I just had to switch the sorceries for sorcery. Alright, but here it says it says Megea, the Greek Megea, which goes into magic. I'm trying to find this one definition I had. It says magic arts, sorcery. But I had this definition the other day. I had this one definition before, Salakia. It was going into sorcery, which says the casting of something, or making something seem what it's not, making like something seem what it's not, or which is sorcery. You're making the people to believe, making a large group of people to believe that this is the case when it's really not. And I was going into the definition of sorcery. But it says here, what is sorcery and magic? What is sorcery and magic? It says, while some writers define sorcery simply as the use of magic in a morally neutral sense, more typically the anthropological use of the term highlights efforts to manipulate supernatural forces for malicious or deviant purposes. So sorcery goes into manipulation, which is what I was bringing that definition out, the former definition out for. But sorcery goes into manipulation. Manipulation of manipulating supernatural forces And a supernatural force is, first of all, a supernatural force is this devil's media, it's this technology. Is supernatural, is not natural because it produces radiation. It's on a phone screen, and the shit is, it's just, it's not natural because, it's not something you would have seen in the ancient times. Which ancient times resources were used naturally. What Esau has, he's been blessed with a sword. He's mastered his blessing to where he become scientists and taking the resources out of the earth, the natural resources out of the earth, and combining them and gene splicing and all sorts of shit he's been doing to make the things that he has today. Okay, this devil is a scientist, a mad scientist, like the Germans. That's how they were able to create the nukes, But if you really want to go into it, everything in earth is natural because it comes from the earth. But this devil has deceived through supernatural methods. Okay, he has demons in the mix. When he does these when he does his things on media to make you think one thing is, which is not, he also conjures up demons to allow that to pass, to allow that sorcery to pass, that ritual, that witchcraft that he's doing. Okay, he has to actually conjure up demons, else it will not be able to deceive any people. Okay. So you can say he's casting demons onto the people. That's how he's manipulating supernatural forces. But the definition here, or not the definition, so like here, going back to the Medea, it says Medea is known in most stories as a sorceress, but also as a witch, and is often depicted as a priestess or of the goddess Hecate. Medea plays the archetypal role of helper, maiden, aiding Jason in his search for the golden fleece. Let's grab this. What is... What are Medea's powers? Which is, like we got media today. It says mystiokinesis. Media had the ability to control and cast magic, which she learned from her aunt Circe. Her magic color is magenta. Examples of power she derived from her magic. Amokinosis. Media had the ability to control the emotions of love and desire. So, which today we have media. This one's spelled media like MEDEA. But the media we have today is MEDIA. And that's pretty much going into the shit that you see on your phone screen constantly. When you get on your phone screen to check today's news, you want to find out what the fuck's going on. You're looking at, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, all this social media and shit. They call it social media, where you can speak through the media to other people. But also you have things in the media that's why you always get ads popping up when you scrolling down. And it's not like you want them there. They're involuntary, but they're there. You can't do nothing about it, but you can have ads pop up on whatever media app you're on, and they're going to try to influence you to buy something or influence you to do this, influence you to do that. That's media controlling the emotions and your desire. So what media is doing is controlling the emotions and desire of the people. There's this one picture. Matter of fact, if I can find it, I'll make it the if I can find it, I'll make it the thumbnail of the lesson. So brother Ariel posted it. Prophets in Babylon, Ariel. Well, the picture shows how it has this angry person, and the thought in his mind, which is the symbol on his forehead, is Ukraine's flag. And you see a hand reaching in and opening up his head like a VCR tape or something, and taking Ukraine out of his head and now putting Israel in his head, and then closing it back up and it's saying click, like you know. But that's what media does to you, man. You know, that puts something in your mind to make you think, you know, or demonize this or that, or think of this in a certain way because of what media is telling you. That's sorcery, you know. It says back in Ecclesiasticus 3:25, without eyes thou shalt want light, profess not the knowledge, therefore that thou hast not. Alright, so you shouldn't be professing the knowledge you have. You can't be just popping a lesson open and say, Israel at war, this was going on. You know, because we don't really know. We don't have that knowledge because we're not there to witness it. You know, all you're seeing is the media. This is what the devil is allowing you to see. You gotta remember the word devil goes into deceiver. So if the deceiver is allowing you to see this, there must be a reason he's allowing you to see it. You know, they're having talks about America going to war over there, this and that. You know, so you never know, man. If that is the case, then all praises. But as for now, we don't know. Don't put your weight on it. Like the scripture says here in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right now, we're just hearing of wars and rumors of wars. It says, see that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Alright, so these things must happen, but the end is not yet. So don't trouble yourself with it. There's nothing to be troubled about. We still got stuff we got to go through. We still got the MOTB, the persecution of the prophets. We still got Jacob's trouble. We got famine of the word, you know. Famine of hearing the word. You know, we got so much to go through before we actually get to that war to end all wars. You know, so don't worry about Israel Israel got going on over here, because the real Israel is right here in America, scattered in America, scattered across the four corners of the earth. You know, that's just a land that we're no longer in right now. That's our old home. You know, we got kicked out. You know, imagine living in a house, you get kicked out, and now new people are living in there. You don't really think about that house that much anymore because you're not living there anymore. You're thinking about your current situation, where you living at now. All right, America's about to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire, and if your ass ain't right, you're gonna get destroyed with it. Think about that. So it says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So these things must happen, but the end ain't yet, man. Okay? So don't pin your thoughts upon, oh shit, Israel at war, oh shit, it's popping off, get ready. You know, brothers packing their bags, getting ready to head into the woods. You know, start a campfire, learn how to do campfires and shit. You know, man. It was all, you know, you find out it was all a fucking hoax. And then you're gonna be sitting there looking crazy in the woods, getting bit by mosquitoes. Let's see here. The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Now consider this, also don't be ignorant. You know, don't be naive, but don't be ignorant either. You know, it says in a great matter or a small. So whether the matter is something huge or whether the matter is nothing at all, you know, don't be ignorant in it. Consider it. You got to consider what they're showing you on the media. What is this for? What is the purpose that they're showing us this? Are they really at war? Or what is Esau's plans? What is he planning to do by showing us this. What if they're not at war and he's showing us this? What is his intentions? Why would he do that? Consider things like that. Okay. I do have a source from Israel. Some woman that follows me. She gives me updates of what's going on over there. And let me see, I can read what she said. She said, this woman says she lives in Israel, but she said she's not a Jew, but she lives in Israel. She texted me. She's been following me for a minute. Probably some years now, if not, a year. But she says, because I put it on the story, on my story, a woman being drugged pretty much on a truck. A woman was slaughtered and put on the truck, and they were driving the truck around the city and showing her off that they killed her pretty much and wrote stuff on her. But the woman texted me, she said, please help us, we are innocent. The Palestinians are like monsters. They are raping and murdering little babies, women, soldiers, elderly, and soldiers. I swear to God that we are good people and they are the monsters. How in the hell they torture little babies and women? God, please help us. That woman has a strong accent, so she was telling me these things the best of her ability through text message. But the way she sounds, her accent's really strong. You can tell she's actually over there. But even this, you can't be ignorant of these things either. You never know if this woman is actually over there or not, or if she's agent. I mean, she could be an agent. You never know. But I don't really pay too much attention to it unless you can give me evidence. So when you give me evidence, then I'll definitely put some posts up about the evidence she sends me. But that was her take on the matter. But that Matthew 24 said these things must happen. There's a rumor of war. You ain't in war. It's not outside your house. Troops are kicking on your doors. Keep doing the work of the Lord. YAHAWASHI. Touch on the topic, but touch on it properly. Okay, you can't just be hopping on the camera professing things that you don't really have knowledge of. You never know if this is staged or if it's actually real. You don't know because you haven't witnessed it. Okay, all you can speak on is the things that you've witnessed. Ecclesiastes 5:12 says, if thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. So you ain't got the understanding of, what you're saying. Lay your hand upon your mouth. Don't speak on it. Otherwise you're just going to lead others' minds astray. And as being a shepherd and a supervisor, I would say, you have to be leading properly. Leading the sheep to the right path. Unless you lead them into a ditch and both of y'all fall into a ditch and you're fucked, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So there's a time of war and then there's a time of peace, There's a time where war is going to break out and all the world is going to be in peril, because of it. The whole world is going to be at war. with itself, man. And everybody gonna be a witness. So the war to end all wars is yet to come, man. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 12, verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. So the vision is yet for an appointed time. That means there's a scheduled time that this is set to happen. All right? Yeah, when it happens, it's going to happen. But now may just not be the time. You previously heard about the war in Ukraine and Russia, but you don't hear too much about that anymore. You know? A few years ago, the topic was C9. Then it was Ukraine, Russia. And now it's Israel, Hamas. You know? Nothing new under the sun. It says, for the visions yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it will come, and it's going to come at the time it's guaranteed to come. And we don't have any say when the time is, but we know it will come. You know, so let's be vigilant, man. Matter of fact, I'll grab that too. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And Scripture calls him a crafty, a cunning hunter. And if you're hunting your prey, you have to use deception to get it. You know, if you're cunning when you're hunting your prey, you have to use deception to get it. You know, this devil would be covering himself in deer piss. You got deer piss spray and shit, you know, to make them smell like nature, to make them smell like the deers, where the deer pissed at, so he can feel safe peeing on it again, and so he can catch them and kill them and eat them. You know, that's deception. These are traps, okay? And this devil's setting up traps to hunt down you jakes. You putting things in your mind and make you think this way when it's really this. You know, the whole time this devil's been controlling things through his media. Okay, you had Russian media when Putin, you know, got into it with Babylon. They cut that off. We had something called RT News, but they don't really want to let us use that app anymore. We can't have that app here in America anymore because their ties were cut, so-called. You know, you just find out America was just being a demon, man. Babylon was just being demon. Okay, towards Russia, and they just, you know, Babylon got their stuff out of there. But when you had that RT app, the RT News app, you had real life news, man. They was telling you the truth in there. They was telling you what was really going down over there, man. Okay, but over here in America, you got Esau's deception. Everything's sugar-coated. Everything is, like Trump said, the news are lying to you. The news is lying. Fox News, CBS News, CNN News are lying. Oh, that's why they took a nigga out of office, man, because he was exposing their ass, really. You know. But it's all a fucking show. It's a video game. These people are putting on the show of covering your eyes. It's like the people are blind, and Esau's just telling you a story of what things look like because you can't see. You know, and he's telling you the fucking sky is purple when it's really blue. He's telling you the sun, there is no sun when it really is. You know, and this is an example. This is not what he's actually telling you, but this is an example of Esau's just putting these things, these deceitful things in your mind, making you believe this when it's not. That's sorcery, you know. Grab this. The book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 23, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in you, because Babylon's been ruling through its sorcery. It's been ruling through unrighteous dealings. Scripture says through injuries and unrighteous dealings, which is got by deceit. You know, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. It says, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So by Esau's sorceries were all the nations deceived to believe that this is what's going on here in America, and that's what's going on in America. America's in debt now. They gotta pay up. These nations looking at America real intensely. Okay. So they did. Because I roughly paraphrase this, but I'll bring it out. So Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So this is how Esau got the kingdom. Okay, he got the kingdom through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Okay, and a lot of bloodshed, man. Esau's abilities are deceit and the sword. Okay, these are his abilities, and that's how he rules, is by his sword, by his deceit and his sword, man. Okay, so he's gonna come in and tell you this when it's really not. This guy's a truce breaker. Okay, a backstabber. Look to read the story with Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau. It's time and time again, nothing new under the sun. This guy has broken truces. He has backstabbed. Okay, he has lied. This man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Okay, so this is the person that you should be aware of. It says, Job 12 and 16, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So the deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's now. If you get deceived by this devil's media, okay, the Lord got you in his hand, man. You know, scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. You know, I wish we can all fall into the hands of the living power. We can all fall into the hands of YAHAWASHI. We got you in his hands. He either got you in his hand for good or for to do good unto you, or to do evil unto you. Okay, and these that are being deceived, the Lord has got it out for your ass, man. You in trouble. Let's see. Job 8, or not Job. John chapter 8, verse 11. Ye are of your father the devil, the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. There is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So this devil is the father of lies. All right, so all he's been telling you through his media is lies. You go and you go and buy something on the fucking media that you've seen because they're advertising it so damn much. It's not really what it fucking appeared to be. Okay, or you got this devil's advertisements on TV, whatever. You know, you see it and you know, shit, I'm finna go get that. You know, I think that'd be good for the house, this or that. You get it and it comes in the mail, or you go and get it and it's not really what it is. Or you see them juicy ass burgers on this TV screen, but when you go to get the burger, it should look like ass. You know, and you're just eating it in sorrow, man. Okay, you know why you eating this shit no more. But that's what you're doing when you're giving it to this devil's media. It's eating shit. You're eating actual shit, man. Okay? Don't just believe anything as soon as you see it. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Job, this book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of YAHAWASHI. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world, and this devil himself is a false prophet. You know, this devil prophesies that we'll be able to go to the moon, or we'll be able to go to Mars in such and such amount of years, this and that. That's false, man. That's not, you're lying. You know, you prophesize that fucking asteroid gonna hit the earth, but the asteroid the size of a fucking football field gonna hit the earth and cause tsunami to flood a whole country. Man, you're lying. The sun's gonna darken for 3 days. You're lying. You're still trusting that NASA shit. You got demons on you, man. Okay, NASA goes into deceiver as well. And they'll tell you everything. Those are the astronomers and stargazers, if you saw them. This is NASA. Okay, and these fucking Germans are the wise men that eat them. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13, let us hear the conclusion. No, Salakia. So it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, and verse. Nope. I'll probably grab that one too. Book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 13. He that answereth the matter before you hear it is folly and shame unto him. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it is folly and shame unto him. Okay, so you ain't even hearing the whole matter. Alright? That's folly. It's foolishness and a shame unto you. Because you hop straight to do a lesson, you didn't hear what actually happened. You know? You didn't hear all the details. You hop straight to doing a lesson on the war in Israel, and that's folly and shame unto you. Because what happens when they come out and say this was all staged? This was a test. That's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. So that goes with everything. You got to understand first and then give answer. You know? Got to understand first and then give an answer. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. So the talk is still going, man. You know, the talk is still going. But you gotta hop straight to doing a lesson and saying this is that and that is this. It's folly and shame unto you, man. So you understand the matter first before you just go to, you know, speaking on this and speaking on that. You have to be able to preach the right things. Remember, we're made a spectacle to the whole world. So angels, men, the whole world's watching us and listening to what we say. So it's not just, you know, you ain't just speaking out your ass. You're speaking words that hold weight to them, that has a force in them. And if your words appear to be lies in the end, or appear to be false or untrustworthy in the end, as it looks bad on your part to angels and to men and to the whole world. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I cannot watch for listen and truth and sincerity. Until next time, Mashallah, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Until next time, Mashallah, I do say Shalom.